back to Remembering the Razzies. We watched one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life today.
Yeah.
Swept Away.
So there's poorly made movies, and there's just movies that are just bad. Like, everything about them is terrible.
Wikipedia describes it as a adventure, comedy, romance by Guy Ritchie, who's made some decent movies.
Yeah.
Pretty good movies.
Hello.
Do you want to just go through the plot real quick?
Yeah.
It takes place in the Mediterranean.
Somewhere.
It's either Greece or Italy.
Yeah.
We don't know. Madonna is a rich lady on a boat. You got Giuseppe, or Pepe, or as Madonna calls him,
Pee-pee. Pee-pee. Pee-pee.
Remember, this is a comedy.
Yeah.
This
Pee-pee
is
funny.
Pee-pee funny. Madonna is rich and snobby, and she hates Pepe.
She's got like racist overtones
Yeah.
and undertones.
Yeah, all the tones are racist.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
She's a bitch. She's a bitch. Yep.
Throw up that one guy pogging in the one scene.
When she gets literally yeeted overboard.
She demands to go explore caves, and she demands that Giuseppe, who she hates, take her, and he hates her, but he's like, okay. And then they get lost and stranded on an island, and then hijinks ensues. He decides to take revenge on her and make her his servant.
He doesn't say servant. He uses a much different word. Slave?
That's fair.
So
Madonna becomes his slave because he's big man and he hits her, and he does other things bad to her, and eventually she falls in love with him.
and he falls in love with her. But when they are rescued and go back to shore, she just abandons him.
Goes back to rich life.
Yep.
And
And he's sad about that. So this is a bad movie.
this movie is so bad.
I think it fails on every front. There's not a single likable character. Both of the protagonists are awful human beings.
Well, you have two different shades of awful.
Yeah.
Where Madonna is rich, snobby, racist awful.
Yep.
And Giuseppe is a rapist. It's more of a hardcore sexual assault.
Yeah, threat of rape. Yeah, they're both horrible people, so that sucks. By the loosest definition, a romantic comedy where the two romantic leads do not end up together, and there's zero resolution for that, so it fails there. Overall, I would say the message of it is bad, which is essentially...
Yeah, what do you think? Because I got no message from this movie.
Love conquers all if you're strong enough to hold her down? I don't know.
Jesus.
That's the only thing I got from it.
It's Stockholm Syndrome. It was just a Stockholm Syndrome
It's literally
situation.
Stockholm Syndrome. If you watch this without audio or context, it looks like a generic rom-com.
Yeah.
Like, it looks fine. But as soon as you add story and characters to it and, like, actually see what they're doing in the movie, it's just bad. It's awful.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen a movie with this high of production value with such terrible content. It's like Lord of the Flies, but without any of the symbolism or philosophy.
You called it Castaway, but boring.
Castaway, but boring and unfun.
It goes boring, uncomfortable when he does the whole shitty master sexual assault thing, and then they fall in love, and it just becomes awful. Yeah, I told Jacob halfway through the movie, like, I will love watching a movie no matter if it's great or terrible, and it's very rare that I actively hate a movie, and this is one of the rare occasions that I actively hated the movie.
I feel like it was made to make people upset, because I can't see any test audience that they screen this to. I can't see them walking away and being like, it's a nice movie. It's not evil. I don't think evil's the right word, but it's not right.
No,
It's very wrong.
Yeah.
You have anything else, or
we can move on to what it was not, what it won.
What did it win?
Nominated for 7, won 5.
Okay.
So this won Worst Remake or Sequel, Worst Screen Couple, Worst Actress, Director, and Picture. We didn't address that this is a remake. This is a remake of an Italian film from 1974 that was actually got good reviews. The National Board of Review had it as the best foreign film of the year of 74.
I hope that guy Ritchie changed it.
Yeah, there's no way that the story that we saw, could have been done in a good way.
Yeah, because the problem with it is the story. The story and the characters are inherently flawed.
Yeah.
So,
and they don't change. There's no.
Yeah, there's. If anything, you could say that. Well, now Pepe is no longer prejudiced towards the rich, which I don't think is the right message to take away from that.
Don't think it is, or Madonna is now not racist against Italian people.
She is now willing to fuck a poor.
Yeah. I guess I'd have to watch the original, but I don't want to.
I don't want to watch the original after this. If it's anything close, I don't want to watch it.
Maybe I'll read the plot synopsis one day.
Maybe.
When I think about this movie, which will be never. I'm already braining it. So we gotta keep going.
Just flush.
Worst Screen Couple. Yes.
Yeah, I think that if your inciting event to romance is the threat of sexual assault, maybe take a step back and think about what you just said.
This is the most deserving of this award I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Not for funny reasons, but for just logical reasons.
Yeah, this is actually a terrible on-screen couple.
Worst actress for Madonna. So I thought Madonna was going to be a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
She's still bad, but it's not the worst performance I've ever seen.
No, I think in terms of acting, I don't think there was much acting there. Like, yeah. I would say Bo Derek is a worse actress.
Oh, for sure.
That's probably because Bo Derek was doing more, and I hate to say this, more diverse roles. Sit there and act like you're unhappy while you're enjoying nice things was basically her role. She definitely was not pleasant to watch on screen.
No.
I don't think that necessarily facilitates that she was a bad actress.
Whatever. She can have it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Take it.
Fuck it. Fuck this movie.
Yeah. Fuck this movie.
Guy Ritchie won Worst Director.
So ignoring the acting, because I think the acting, like, everyone basically accomplishes what I think they were supposed to. I would say, if anything, the editing was a little weird for me.
The opening sequence has people walking down, just walking towards a boat, and it fades like 4 times, but it's always the same shot that it fades to.
Yeah, it's just like speeding up the shot a little bit.
And it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
All.
It's weird. There's a lot of montages in this movie.
This movie's like maybe 40-50% montage.
Yeah.
I think Guy Ritchie's problem, and this is what I wanted to talk about, wasn't as much directing as it was the screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
So this movie didn't win Worst Screenplay. The Worst Screenplay went to Star Wars Attack of the Clones, and I heavily disagree. Star Wars Attack of the Clones is not it's not a well-written movie.
I agree.
But it is way better than this.
Yeah, I would say fundamentally Attack of the Clones is better.
Yeah.
I think the dialogue is probably worse in Attack of the Clones, but this, I think narratively doesn't work. Yeah. Attack of the Clones, at least narratively, like, it gets you where you need to go. It's just the dialogue is shit along the way. This has the opposite problem where, like, the plot sucks, but the dialogue is normal. Dialogue is just people talking. So characters can have bad dialogue, but if the story sucks, then that's gonna kill your movie.
The story was one of the worst.
It really is bad.
One of the worst.
I can't imagine being like, yeah, this is a good idea.
Yeah.
I think I'd be willing to swap those awards then. I would give this Worst Screenplay, and I would give Attack of the Clones Worst Director.
Worst Director?
That's just me. And Worst Picture?
Worst Picture.
I think we made it pretty clear that this sucks.
Yeah, this was nominated against Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, Pinocchio, Crossroads, and The Adventures of Pluto Nash. This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, so I think if I were ever to be like, hey, if you want to make a good romantic comedy, just watch this and then do the opposite.
Yeah. Garbage.
Let's rank it.
Best made.
This is another hard one.
This is another hard one.
Because you kind of have to break it down of cinematography is not bad. I mean, they're in like a beautiful location. It's hard to make it look bad visually. Yeah. The problem is like the writing is so bad.
I think I'm gonna still say that Freddy Got Fingered was the best made. I'm just very sticking to my gut.
And you know what?
That's what they wanted.
And honestly, I probably still put Battlefield Earth above this, just because this is so middle of the road.
Yeah.
At least Battlefield Earth, there was definitely like a directorial vision for it.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, like there's a fuck ton of canted angles. Yeah. But at least like that's a style.
It's a bad vision, but it is a style.
Yeah.
And for most entertaining, fucking bottom.
Yeah, this is last. I was just mad. I was just mad at what they were doing. What are we watching next week? The faster we get off this movie, the happier I am.
This is one that I've wanted to see for a long time. Next week, we are watching the American comedy film Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, Gigli.
Is that how you pronounce that?
I don't know. I don't know. I've heard nothing but terrible things. I'm
cool.
Very excited.
And it's a comedy, so that means it's really gonna biff it.
Join us next week when we watch
Giggly.
Gigli.
You say Gigli, I say Giggly.
Let's fucking not talk about Swept Away ever again.
Okay.